How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to DQFPV. Today this is going to be a simple video of me flying around with the Mobula 6, and I just wanted to show you this footage. I took it on the Mobula 6 with DVR, on the DVR goggles, so there's going to be breakup. You're basically seeing what I saw. But there's this train that's right next to where I live, and I thought it'd be cool. Every time it passes, it's right there, so I can hear it, and I thought it'd be cool if I got the Mobula 6 out and see if I can just fly around it and get some cool footage. It's not the best footage in the world. It could definitely be better. The one thing that I really want to do is before the train gets there, fly out there and land on the tracks and then have the train fly over me. I mean, it's just a Mobula 6, right? Even if it, like, I can't imagine it doing any harm to the train. The train would definitely do harm to the Mobula 6. So hopefully nobody gives me any crap out there about this flight footage, because, I mean, anybody that knows the Mobula 6 knows that it's pretty harmless. But that's the train, and I'm going to do a couple other things, and then I actually am going to bring you guys into the apartment and do like an apartment tour, I guess. It's pretty dumb. No one wants to watch an apartment tour, especially of me. Nobody cares. But it's more of a racing style flight, which I don't do. I started out on freestyle, outside, flying a 3-inch, and I basically stuck with flying the 3-inch outside for a long time before I bought a 5-inch. So flying indoors, racing style, like going through like gates and stuff like that, is not where I shine whatsoever. So this is the beginning of the footage right here of like the race style footage. And you can immediately tell that I'm much more, I'm all over the place. Like if you were to watch some other footage of me flying indoors, just like flying around, having a good time, I can make it smooth, and I'm just kind of like hanging out and doing whatever feels right, right? But whenever there's a track that you have to specifically follow and try to do every single time, it's much harder than it seems. Like, because you have to make sure that you have the throttle right at the right spot, and that's how it is always in flying. But there's something about knowing what the track is that just gets in my head and makes it significantly harder than it should be. But that's the first crash that I have. I think I have one more. But for the most part, I stay in the track, and I'm able to like do all the maneuvers that I'm trying to do. So I'm imagining that there's a gate on top of this fridge on the left side there that I have to get through. I'd actually have missed it right there. And then underneath the bed is another gate, and then over the door is like, I don't even know what kind of gate you would call that, but I definitely see that in some footage where like you have to go through the top and then go through the bottom really quickly. And there was just me messing around trying to go through the TV. I was trying to incorporate that little area in the back there in the flight, or in the race track, but I wasn't able to do it well enough. I recorded this video like 9 times already, trying to just get one video that I didn't crash every 5 seconds. Because I mean, I could fly around the apartment and show you guys like how I can fly in the apartment, but it's a pretty small place. If you're not going to set up a track and try to fly it, then it's not very much fun. This is fun because you could see the very first time that I got this apartment set up this way and I tried to fly a track, I set up a track in my mind and I tried to fly it, I wasn't able to do it at all. Like, I don't know what it was. It was so difficult for me to fly in this small space. I've gotten a lot better, believe it or not, even though it still looks absolutely garbage. But I don't even know how much time is left on this, so I don't know how long I have to talk here, but it's already at 3.2 volts. I usually run down my batteries to around 3.1 volts because I realized that once I let off the throttle and then I go back into the screen, the batteries usually typically go back up to 3.5. Sometimes they don't, even at 3.1 volts, so maybe that's a little bit low and I should land it a little earlier. But if you don't run them down to 3.1 volts, you get like a minute and a half flight time on this Mobula 6. I feel like my Mobula 6 is kind of broken because I have the 19,000 kV motors, and you would think that would last a lot longer, but it doesn't. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks, guys, so much for checking it out. This is DQFPV signing out, homies.